just had lunch in Yokohama at the Chinese Chinatown. It was a beautiful meal. We had some rice and chicken and some sweets. Walking down, very lit up. I can imagine this will be bustling at night. It's Saturday, so there's a lot of people around. It's probably about 30 degrees, really high humidity. Just restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. But it was a beautiful lunch. And I still find it fascinating of Chinatown in the Japanese city, but I suppose that's everywhere in the world. Today we've arrived at Nara, which is about an hour's drive out of Osaka. This is famous for free roaming deer, which you can see they're everywhere. There's a park, they're a national treasure here and supposed to bring spirituality and good luck. It's a beautiful forest. There's lots of people around. It's probably about 32 degrees. It's a rickshaw, still humid with the typhoons now all gone, so there's no more water at the moment. But it's it's a really quaint little town. It is. So we're in Kyoto still, at another heritage site just off the Bamboo Gardens, just an old traditional village. We think there's still people living in here. There's a lot of private property, keep out signs. Only people who go to the restaurant can enter here. There's a little restaurant there if it's not open. A little shrine. We've arrived in Kyoto. We're going to the bamboo gardens and the temple. It's a pretty city. It's home of the geisha and the samurai. More traditional Japanese than Tokyo. Lots of tourists here. It's a tourist town. We're going to the bamboo gardens and then to the shrine. It's about 32, 33 degrees. It's still really humid. The weather has stopped raining here after the typhoon went through, which is good, which enabled us to get down to Kyoto today. Staying here tonight, then heading to Osaka tomorrow. Unfortunately, the Hiroshima trip has been called off. I'm not sure why, but it has, which is a little bit disappointing because I was pretty excited to get there. So just walking up the bamboo forest. Catherine. A lot of people here. This is the least number of people. A lot of people come here, a lot of tourists, but it's a heritage site. And you understand why. The sun coming through the trees. So we've just arrived at our last shrine, the Golden Shrine or the Golden Temple for today in Kyoto. Lots of greenery, as you can see in the background, the Golden Temple. A lot of tourist groups are here, or getting photos of the Golden Temple in the back.
September to August, September to October, right? So these are the ones for the September, the last one. Yeah.
で摘み取り方法が2種類あって、手で摘む方法と、あと機械で摘む方法とあります。
So there are two ways you can harvest the green tea leaves. One by hand, manual, yeah, and then the second time with the machine.
はい、でほとんどは 機械マシンで刈り取りをするので、全部同じような茶畑の形になっている。これは機械に刈りやすい形です。
So you see the almost the same height for the trees here because they use the machine, the tracker. Yeah.
Well, we're on Mount Fuji, Station 5. As you can see or not see, it's very cloudy with drizzle. It's a lot cooler up here, it's about 16 degrees. Lots of bus loads. They're saying that the view of the peak of Mount Fuji can appear at any time with breaks in clouds, and you're lucky to see it, they say. So we're here for an hour and a half. There's a few restaurants, but as I said, there's about 20 bus loads of tourists here, and I think there's about 3 restaurants, and keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully we have an opportunity to see the peak. So we're at Mount Fuji, it's Father's Day, and I'm having a bowl of ramen, and Kathy's got some dumplings.
But they also gave me extra, like a broth and some salad and pickles and rice and soy sauce.
We haven't seen the peak of Mount Fuji, but it's still quite magical, even being at the 5th station. It's pretty special. This is one of 3 restaurants here, and then we're heading down to the lake after this to hopefully get another glimpse, or waiting for some weather to clear. But they say you've got to be pretty lucky to see Mount Fuji this time of the year with rains and clouds. But anyway, fingers crossed. But we're on Mount Fuji, which is after exiting Mount Fuji, we've now arrived down at the lakes, having a little boat that's going to tour the lakes for 10 to 15 minutes. We haven't quite seen Mount Fuji in its beauty yet, but hopefully we might get a view. But there's a lot of cloud and rain, but it's a beautiful little lake town. A lot of hotels and motels on the lake. It's very pretty. Summer in the nature in Japan is beautiful. Those mountains look really beautiful with the clouds on them. Just don't know which one's Mount Fuji. We're hoping to get a view on this little lake trip. They say this is one of the best views, but as you can see, the clouds and the rain, there's a fair bit around.
That's the old CD.